I have everything, my bag, of all my papers, insurance, that sort of thing. I'll take up the garbage cans when I come back.
So what are we doing today? I am taking this boy to get his inspection done. The inspection is the equivalent of getting your vehicle fitness done in Jamaica. Just making sure that your vehicle is roadworthy and getting a nice sticker of approval afterwards. So as I make my way to my destination on this bleak and dreary day, I want to talk about something that I'm sure most of you are probably wondering, which is why did I buy a motorcycle in a country that I don't really live in? Now please be aware that these are purely my own thoughts and opinions, and I don't really owe anybody an explanation, but I figured I'd share my thought process because I want to. Number one on the list is location. There's just a certain type of riding style that I imagined when I thought about getting into bike riding. Long open highways and chill relaxing rides with scenic vistas and the occasional off the beaten track adventure thrown in for good measure. Now I'm not saying that these aren't things that I could also get in Jamaica, but let's face it, I'm a woman alone on a motorcycle, and Jamaica is, well, Jamaica. It's a beautiful country that, for me, is best enjoyed in the safety of a group ride. Number two is distraction. And oh boy, if I don't need a distraction. I may have alluded to it earlier, but I am here in New York with my brother, dealing with things. And any opportunity to get on this bike is a welcome one, even if it's something as mundane as getting his inspection done.
But let us see. Okay, obviously I'm recording this after the fact, but I wanted to do a brief walkthrough of what the inspection process was like. I basically called the place I wanted to go to. I set an appointment. They told me when to come in. I show up within the given time period. I walk in, I just go, hey, I'm doing a motorcycle inspection, and they ask to see your registration for the vehicle. They may ask you a few questions about the vehicle, like I don't remember if they asked me engine size or anything like that, but I think they just asked me the make, model of the bike. Then a guy just comes outside and starts doing the visual inspection. Obviously, you're gonna check things like the brakes. So they look in between here. I don't think you can see it on here because I have this pretty crunched down, but they look between here to make sure you have enough meat on the brake pads. Of course, front and back, they'll do that with. The other thing that they checked was the forks. I kept seeing him do like this, and I was wondering what he was doing, and I realized he's just trying to check to make sure the fork seals aren't leaking. Tires, obviously, are the tires good, front and back? Your indicators, left and right, front and back. They also check the brake light. They will ask you to press the brake both at the foot pedal and at the handlebar. The other thing you want to make sure is that your license plate light is working. I actually had to 3D print this because the license plate light holder that was here was actually broken when I got the bike. So I 3D printed a replacement, and I put in an LED, wired it up and installed it, so I have a nice bright light illuminating the license plate. So I'm good to go on that. I do believe they do a visual inspection on the chain just to make sure that is working. They also check the headlights, so they'll ask you to turn on both high beam and low beam. My bike is different, where it's like one headlight comes on for low beam, two comes on for high beam. And I think the last thing they checked was just the horn. They'll just ask you to toot the horn to make sure that it's working. Then the guy goes back inside, he does some paperwork, comes back outside with a sticker, and he says to me he's gonna put it on the left fork, and there it is. It cost a whopping $6 at the time that I did it. So that was the process for me here in New York. Pretty simple. Anything that is important to the safe operation of your motorcycle, making it visible on the road, and communicating your intentions to others, whether it's turning or stopping. That's the important stuff. So that's what it was like for me. I hope this information helps somebody. Back to the rest of the video. So I just got my inspection done at this place. They're very, very nice in here. All the guys in there are awesome. Definitely recommend. Okie dokie. Which way am I heading? Back that way.
Well, my lovely boy passed inspection and we are good to go. So as I head off into the grey gloom of a dreary day, I'm going to continue where I left off. Reason number 3 why I chose to buy a bike up here, and that is price. Easily for me, the most important reason. For the average car driving person, one would assume that something with 2 less wheels would cost less. However, you would be wrong. Some motorcycles can cost just as much as cars, or even more than cars depending on the make, model, and year. And of course, because of import duties and taxes, any vehicle brought into Jamaica is automatically far more expensive than their American counterparts. But if you play your cards right, you can take advantage of states that have riding seasons that close for the winter. During this time, most people will sell their motorcycles at bargain basement prices because they don't want to have to store them for the winter. And that is how I ended up with this man. A bike that in Jamaica would have cost me in the vicinity of $3,000 US, even in the condition that I got it in, only cost me $1,200. $1,200 in Jamaica would never get me a 600cc motorcycle. I could probably get a 200cc Yang Yang if I'm lucky. Granted, as with any vehicle, unless you're buying it brand new, you are going to end up spending some money on maintenance items and just spiffying up things here and there. But once again, if you're smart, you can end up saving yourself a whole bunch of money on things that ordinarily would cost a lot. All in all, I'm pretty happy that I found this bike. Or should I say, it found me. But that is a story for another episode.
So I got my inspection done. I am good to go. The boy is good to go. He's a nice boy. Oh, you can see my little inspection sticker down here, so that's nice. I need to take it in the garbage. Join me again next time for another adventure out to do mundane task. So, yeah. Peace.